Now today we are reviewing the Rob Evans MK2, the Morse Kohansky tribute knife. Now this one is in 01 tool steel, carbon, and the handle is made from ivory G10. I've had this knife for about 2 years, a little bit less than 2 years. I ordered it from Rob directly, so it was first hand. And 2 years, I've used it extensively, and I just wanted to make a review because I think after 2 years, one can review a knife and know everything about it. So yeah, also, if you're interested in the market for custom knives, you can check out my Instagram page. I have a lot of my work there and also on the YouTube short page. I make all kinds of knives, bushcraft, kitchen, hunting. Now before we do any tests, let me just show you what sharpness this knife is at right now. Shaving sharp. Now if we would want to do some batoning with this knife, as it's a relatively small knife, only about the width of my palm, we can't baton that big of timber. But for something like this, that's pretty comfortable. You can do some splitting with it. So yeah, let me show you. See, this is not a problem at all. Now of course we could go for bigger logs with using the wedge technique with wooden wedges, but you know, I am not really partial to doing that because in my experience I've never needed to baton that big of timber. And there's a reason why we can baton with this knife and not receive any edge damage. And that's because although it's a Scandi, it's a Scandi that is 13 degrees each side. That means it's a strong edge, and also with some hand sharpening, of course, naturally it will convex a little bit. Not a lot, and especially with stropping, that's how I maintain my knives. I have no chips here, and after batoning it's still as razor sharp as it was. Now, one of the things that Rob's knives are praised with is that it feather sticks really good. I've already started this feather stick, so we don't have that much material to work with. But yeah, and the reason for that is because 13 degrees per side makes the knife not want to bite into that wood that aggressively, so you can control it better and have some pretty good feather sticks. Also, of course, depends on the user and the skill of the user. Now, as it's a Scandi grind, I thought I should show some carving, and I'm not the best at carving by any means. If I would say so myself, I'm pretty bad at it. Now, this is where higher Scandi grinds would do better, I think, because this one is, as I said, 13 degrees per side, doesn't bite that deep into the wood, but it still can do it. As you can see, it's a really clean cut. Definitely isn't nothing to worry about. You can carve, and I'm fighting with mosquitoes right now also, so the carving is not as enjoyable. Now a small pot hook is done. This is just random carvings, this is not anything intentional to work. Now for carving the really sharp 90-degree spine that benefits furrowed striking is not the most comfortable. As I'm carving, I'm pushing with my thumb and it kind of digs into my thumb. So yeah, we have a pot hook, just a sharpened off end. saddle notch, and I forgot how this is called, but it's used for, it is used for tying something on there, and then it doesn't slip out because of these ridges here. Sheath is just a regular Kydex pancake style sheath. Holds the knife in reasonably great. A little bit of rattle, but I don't really care about that. Holds it great. The only thing that I didn't like and that I redid was that before there was a type of regulating knot here that you could regulate the length of this. Now I don't like it hanging that low because then it just dangles everywhere, so I put it to the lowest setting possible, but it kept getting longer and longer because the knot didn't hold, so I just put the desired length and tied it around like this, and that's not a big issue in my opinion. It's still a great sheath, holds it well, and I like that it's a neck dangler, or rather a neck sheath. That's really easy to carry if you don't have a belt. For example, I don't have a belt right now, and I don't have to worry about that. But overall, I like it. I like the sheath. It's great. Now let's talk about the handle construction and fit and finish of the blade. As it is a custom knife maker, that's really important, or rather it's talked a lot, is fit and finish. So overall, fit and finish on the handle, there's no gaps, there's nothing like it. It's pretty symmetrical. You can see the handle shape. For my hand, it's pretty comfortable. I'd rather say I have small hands, small to medium, and this is one of my most comfortable knives ever. Rob really does his handles great. Now it's constructed with two loveless bolts, or pins rather, and two tubes. Now the fit and finish of the blade, this is feels like a stamped logo, or yeah, logo I guess. And the blade is ground evenly. You can also see the ricasso area here. Now if one was a snob about really details and everything, like the minor details that don't matter, I guess one could say that the ricasso area right here is not identical, completely identical, but I think those people, that's just snobbish. The knife is great fit and finish, and I see that these little mistakes, if you can call them that, not being symmetrical, just shows that this is a handmade knife. And you will see that on almost every custom made knife, that you have some asymmetricality somewhere a little bit, but this doesn't affect anything. Let's check out the sharpness after all the tests I've done today. Yep, still shaves arm hair. Of course, as O1 not being a super steel, after all day use, of course you'll find something, some edge damage maybe, or not shaving, but it still will be work sharp, like working edge sharp. So no worries about O1, except that it will rust. So that about concludes my review for the MK2 Rob Evans knife. One question: would I recommend it to people to buy? And I definitely would. It's one of my favorite knives. Definitely good handle ergonomic, and yeah, overall just a great package. You can carry it anywhere with this sheet at least, but also he does leather and belt leather sheets for this knife. And I like the O1 steel. This was my first encounter with O1 and it didn't disappoint. Can strap back to a keen edge after some use. But you can also get this knife in different steels as stainless steels, so no worries about that. So yeah, that's all. See you again next time. Don't know when that's gonna be, because I'm busy with knife making. But yeah, definitely check out my Instagram. I have a lot of knife making stuff there, rather the result of my work. So yeah, see you again.